friends, my name is Miss Green, and I am here today to teach you how to make a portfolio. So, a portfolio is something that artists use to organize their artwork and store their artwork. So, there are two different ways that we are going to make our portfolio today. And you can choose between each of these two ways. Our first option is using the materials of 4 sheets of paper, there's 4 right here, and a stapler. Super simple, right? Super easy. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is take 2 sheets of paper. We're using 2 sheets for one side of our portfolio, so it's a little more sturdy than if we just used 1 sheet of paper. So we are going to go ahead and take our stapler, and we're going to staple 2 staples into each side of our 2 sheets of paper. This is just going to make sure that everything stays together once we put the 4 sheets together. So you can see I stapled 2 staples. I know it might be a little tough to see. I stapled 2 staples into each side of the paper. I'm going to do that again on the other 2 sheets of paper. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1 and 2. All right, so our next step, now that we have these 2 sheets of paper, these are going to serve as our sides of our portfolio. So, we're going to need to leave the top of our portfolio open. So you see this long side right here? This we're not going to staple anymore. But the other sides, we are. We're going to go ahead and put 1, 2 on one side, 1, 2 on the next side, and 1, 2 on the next side. Maybe I'll put 1 more up on the top, or up on the top of one of the sides. So now you can see I have this nice portfolio. It's kind of like a folder, and I can just store my artwork inside of there. So that is one way to just make a portfolio. Now I would like you to design the outside any way that you like. So any art materials that you have available to you at your home, you can go ahead and just decorate the outside. Maybe you can use some patterns. Think about what a pattern is. How do we use patterns in artwork? So think about that. Maybe you can use markers. If you have paints, you can use those. Maybe crayons, anything like that. Now the next step, we are going to use a cereal box. I have this Star Wars cereal because I'm a nerd. But what I'm going to do with this is I am just going to cut the sides. See, this is going to be a little bit more of a sturdier sort of portfolio. So maybe if you don't have paper available, you can use this method. If you don't have this available, you can use the paper method. So I am just going to cut these sides. And this is a pretty decently sized box, so it's pretty big. I'm just going to cut these big sides off of the front and the back of the cereal box. And these are going to be sort of like the sides that we used the paper for. So, also, this is just a reminder, this is the second option to make your portfolio. If you already made that paper one, cool beans, you don't have to do this one. So, one side, and we're getting there. The screen's taking a little bit of time today. It's still early, right? Maybe not when you're watching this, but right now it is. Hope everyone's staying safe during all this craziness. Hope everyone's healthy and having a good time during our home time. Hope we're following along with art, music, and PE, and really staying educated with the fine arts and activities activities and specials that we would get in school. Hope you're learning a lot. Okay, so, ta-da! Now I have my second piece. So, maybe I want these little Star Wars sides to show. Maybe I don't. So, I am going to choose to not have them show. I'm actually going to go in and also cut off these little flappy bits right here. I don't want them. If you want to keep them, that works too. Now, ooh, wow. So I find that if I use the plain cardboard sides on here, instead of these sides and have the plain side facing out, that means that I can decorate, because this is super smooth on this side. That's not going to be really helpful for us if we want to draw on it. Because if we use markers or paints, it's going to take either a long time to dry or it's not going to dry at all. So I am just going to go ahead, and for this one you're going to want to take some tape instead of a stapler, because your stapler might jam if you are using it for cardboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape, just put it on, maybe, just put it on the bottom of my portfolio. You might want a little bit of help with this. This is actually something we did when I took a photography class. We made our own portfolios out of cardboard because it was cost efficient, and artist portfolios that you buy from the store can sometimes be kind of expensive. So especially with this way, this gives you a way to still decorate your portfolio and make it look super cool. And I'm going to take more tape, and I am going to put it on the shorter sides, so these sides right here, and I'm going to make sure that my tape overlaps the back side and the front side of the plain cardboard sides, if that makes sense. So, ta-da! Maybe I have a little bit of extra. I can just tear that off with my fingers. If you're having trouble tearing the tape, you can use scissors. This is just artist tape, which is a little different than, like, say, duct tape or Scotch tape. I wouldn't recommend using Scotch tape for this. I would use probably duct tape. That would probably be your best bet. And now I'm just, again, folding this artist tape over the short side. So, now I have another portfolio, and that opens up. Ta-da! So, there are your two portfolio options. So you can see that they both open up at the top. They're both super easy to store artwork in, and you can use them kind of like folders. Oops, wrong way. Wrong way, Heather Green. There we go. So you can just store your artwork in there, and this is a really great way to keep all of your work together from e-learning. Thank you so much for following along with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.